We're just going to have to pause and spend time together as a church family, help each other heal.
Always giving back and helping others. That's how friends describe Melanie Gabbard, who died in a murder-suicide here in Winchester.
Tragedy in southern Kentucky. A Friday crash has claimed another victim, this one a toddler. We have the latest on the investigation.
It just makes me sick.
Hi.
Ugh.
The Grinch is all too real for one local family after all of their Christmas presents disappear.
This is WKYT News at 11.
She left a big impression on those who knew her. Thanks for staying up with WKYT. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Clark County church leaders are remembering a woman tonight shot to death in what police are calling a murder-suicide. They say 54-year-old Melanie Gabbard and 43-year-old Richard Lambert died inside Palmer Engineering on Shoppers Drive yesterday afternoon. WKYT's Garrett Weimer is talking to Gabbard's pastor. He tells us how he will remember Gabbard in our top story at 11.
She was active in her community, well known for her work with Relay for Life.
This is Liberty Bible Church of God.
And she was active in her church.
She's kind of the right arm to me and my wife as senior pastors.
Paul Hollingsworth is the senior pastor at Melanie Gabbard's church, now shocked and saddened by the sudden loss of one of their sisters in Christ. He says he knew Gabbard for nearly 20 years.
She brought with her almost a sense of magic in that when she entered a room, she made a statement. She brought sunshine to the room.
It's been a difficult couple of days here in Winchester. Now, less than a week until Christmas, those who knew Gabbard say it will take time to heal.
We're just going to have to pause and spend time together as a church family, help each other heal.
And as they do that, sharing memories, stories of a woman they'll never forget.
And I don't want people to walk away just thinking that one more person has been eulogized. She was a real person, and I want people to know that all the words that we are saying in compliments about her are real. She was dynamic.
In Winchester.
The world could use a lot more Melanies, that's for sure.
Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Hollingsworth says Gabbard's visitation is scheduled from 4 to 8 Tuesday night at Scobie Funeral Home. The funeral service will be Wednesday at 1. The state police are investigating a crash in southern Kentucky that has now killed 4. The crash happened around 5:15 yesterday on the Hal Rogers Parkway near mile marker 23 in Clay County. Earlier this evening, the Fayette County coroner told us a toddler airlifted to UK Hospital after the crash has died. Kyson Pennington was about to turn 2. Kyson was in the car with his mother, 23-year-old Tiffany Williams, and 2 other women when another driver hit them. State police say that driver crossed the center line. We're told Williams was 8 months pregnant. Her unborn child did not survive. State police believe alcohol and drug use are factors in that crash. And in Lexington, 10 people are recovering after a crash on Ironworks Pike. Police say around 8 o'clock on I-75 South, a car in the outbound lane crashed into a car trying to merge onto 75. We're told 4 adults and 6 children went to the hospital. 1 adult was in critical condition, but officers say everyone has non-life-threatening injuries. A man in Montgomery County is lucky he wasn't seriously injured after falling into a 10-foot hole today. Firefighters say the man fell when he was digging a hole for a sewer line on Indian Mound Drive in Mount Sterling. The hole was more than 10 feet deep. After pulling him out, emergency crews took the man to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Well, there's always that chance of hypothermia when you're in a cold environment that long, but he seemed to be doing really well, and he's pretty thankful that he got out of there.
The man, we're told, was stuck in that hole for about 2 hours. A Madison County family is trying to track down the Grinch who stole all their gifts. Amber Root has a makeshift wrapping station in a shed in her backyard. Last week, she says someone walked into that shed and took all of her wrapped gifts. WKYT's Caitlin Sentner is talking to Root about how the thief got in this Crime Tracker report.
I've never had anything so much as a loud neighbor. Nothing. This place is I've always felt pretty safe.
That was until a Grinch stole Christmas.
Stores, other presents.
Amber Root has a makeshift gift wrapping station set up in a shed behind her home, and normally she says she locks it. The lock was unlocked and the family had only been gone for about a half an hour. They had been wrapping Christmas presents in this shed here. They came home to find all of a 3-year-old's already wrapped Christmas gifts gone.
Everything's gone. Everything. Like, that is all we have. That's it. I had, a giant, like 55-gallon tote of just overflowing.
It's been quite a few days and no word on who could have taken what Root says was more than $1,000 worth of presents.
It just makes me sick. Ugh.
But this single mom is convinced it had to be someone watching them and someone that knew what they were looking for, because this Grinch had a short window to make it out like a thief in the night.
I was hoping, thinking that we would actually have a decent Christmas this year.
In Richmond, Caitlin Setner, WKYT.
Kentucky State Police is handling that theft investigation. 3 people, including a mother and a grandmother, are in jail tonight accused of putting a child in danger. Deputies with the Laurel County Sheriff's Office went out to a domestic incident around 7 this morning on Old Richmond Road. They found a man with some injuries to his back and face. They also found a 4-year-old boy laying in a bed soaked with urine. We're told the home only had one small space heater, no running water, and no food. Deputies arrested the boy's mother, Haley Simpson, and grandmother, Charlotte Simpson. They also arrested Haley Simpson's boyfriend, Jonathan Gross. We have dealt with some chilly temperatures today, and those temperatures only go up from here. We are tracking a warm-up starting tomorrow. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell joins us now with an early look at that Christmas Day forecast. Hey,
yes.
Jim.
Hey, Kristen. I'm stretching at the clicker. We are dealing with some chilly temperatures out there tonight, and we will start the warm-up process into the day tomorrow, as we'll probably be back in the mid and upper 40s, close to 50 degrees out there right now, though. Not even close, because we are already at 27 degrees here in Lexington, and you're going to find more of those mid and upper 20s throughout most of the area. A few folks to our south and east still holding on to some 30s. Jackson, Prestonsburg being just a couple of those locations. Mostly clear tonight. I think we get down to around 25. There might be some spots even colder than that. I had to revise this after looking at some of the new data coming in. We go into the day tomorrow, and I think we're right back into those upper 40s, close to 50 degrees with a mix of sun and clouds. Those clouds that arrive tomorrow will be a precursor to rain that gets here for Monday. We'll track those chances hour by hour coming up in just a few minutes.
The final Democratic presidential debate of the year was held in New Hampshire tonight. Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton have moved past the data breach scandal. The candidates discussed a wide range of topics. Wei-Jian Zhang is in Manchester.
Bernie Sanders quickly put the data breach scandal behind him during the Democratic presidential debate in New Hampshire. The Democratic National Committee says Sanders' staff improperly accessed valuable information compiled by Hillary Clinton's campaign.
I want to apologize to my supporters. This is not the type of campaign that we run.
Clinton accepted his apology. Sanders also claimed this is the second time the DNC accidentally released private data. He says the first incident was 2 months ago, and his campaign immediately reported the problem. With the San Bernardino mass shooting still fresh on voters' minds, the candidates debated national security and fighting terrorism.
The first line of defense against radicalization is in the Muslim American community.
Martin O'Malley attacked Sanders and Clinton on their gun control records.
Secretary Clinton changes her position on this every election year, it seems, having one position in 2000 and then campaigning against President Obama and saying we don't need federal standards.
The candidates all agreed on one subject, GOP frontrunner Donald Trump. They slammed many of his ideas, including a brazen plan to ban Muslims from the U.S.
He is becoming ISIS's best recruiter.
Somebody like a Trump comes along and says, I know the answers. The answer is that all of the Mexicans, they're criminals and rapists.
The first votes will be counted in the Iowa caucuses on February 1st. Wei-Jian Zhang, CBS News, Manchester, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire will hold its primary February 9th.